Lot of flexibility to take skill embedded courses, multidisciplinary education, and rooted in Indian values and ethos. My first 7, 8 slides, what I showed, all that we should be proud of, and that is why it is called rooted in Indian values. Research and innovation being given priority, and this will happen only when our examination system is transformed. We cannot have question papers in our schools, colleges, universities, which only require to memorize and then go and write in exam and forget. Not that. Everything that the student learns must, the student and the teacher must be thinking about them. Why are we learning this subject? What is the importance of this subject? After learning this course, what all applications can I do? Therefore, where do we apply? How do we apply? And how do we go ahead in order to do research must become part of our not just curriculum, but also of that of our examination system. Therefore, our examination should make our students to be critical thinkers, analytical ability holders, mathematical, what we call various types of skills they must have so that they can create several innovative products and may be able to contribute to research and make India proud nation. Integrated teacher education. Right now, after BA, BEd, BCom, BA, BSc, BComs, teachers come for what we call teacher education. They do DEd or BEd. Instead of that, in a 4-year program, they will learn whatever subject they are interested and also pedagogy to become a teacher. Education is must be student centric, lot of choice, use of technology, and I'm going to talk about several technologies which have emerged in India in the last 10 years, how we can make use of them in the education. So the national missions Prime Minister has been talking about from the first year of assuming the power in 2014 is about clean India, digital India, smart cities, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Skill India, Make in India, Startup India. All of these missions are interlinked with each other. Like Mala, which we have a lot of beads. These are all golden beads, and the diamond in the center is the Viksit Bharat. There are challenges, national as well as global. Our gross enrollment ratio itself requires to be improved. Our students from rural, tribal areas, remote areas also need to be provided education, which they are today not coming forward beyond school education. And in fact, some of them drop out in the school itself. So this is a special challenge for our country. But otherwise, there is scarcity of water, food, housing, energy, transport, challenges of cyber theft and cyber security, health, healthcare systems, defense. Because recently we saw what kind of attack happens from terrorists on our country, and therefore we need to be strong in defense. Space technology to carry out peaceful activities which are helpful for agriculture, transportation, or calamities, but at the same time, how if enemy is attacking our what we call as satellites should be able to track and tell us where to hit them hard. Education is also very equally important, which I have already stated. Employable education or skills regarding that, entrepreneurships and startups. That means what C.K. Prahlad had written the book, Bottom of the Pyramid, not the top echelons, but the lower pyramid, large population, 80% of them who live in small towns, villages, rural areas, tribal areas. How do we take care of them is what is important. And one of the famous sayings is more benefits from less inputs for more people. That should be the innovation that we should adopt. And then all variety of challenges. And one very important thing which happened 25 years ago is to identify people who might have dropped out from the school but still did innovation. And that organization is called National Innovation Foundation. They go to different places and they actually hunt for them, and there are Shodha Yatras. and then convert their ideas and innovation into products and also do the patenting. We have Atal Innovation Mission under Niti Aayog, two very important programs done by them. Atal Tinkering Labs for the schools. Right now, 10,000 schools are funded. In the current budget, it is announced that in the next 5 years, there will be 50,000 more such cases of schools tinkering labs funded by the National Innovation Mission, that is Atal Innovation Mission. They also give funding for what we call as incubators and accelerators. There is scope for doing a lot of innovative activity through this. Apart from Niti Aayog, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, MIT, Ministry of Education, all of them have a lot of support given for research, technology, entrepreneurship, and incubation. Recently announced Anusandhan National Research Foundation as part of the National Education Policy with huge fund, 50,000 crore. And there are different schemes being undertaken. Some of the schemes are, for example, S&T support, hub and spoke model of pair, and many other such incubation setups. MIT is also doing research in IT and electronic sector. We are talking about research as well as support for industry also, whether it is quantum mission, whether it is a semiconductor mission. So I think government is spending huge amount for innovation and research. As far as teaching, learning, and other support system is concerned, we have this Swayam portal where 4,000 plus courses are there, all variety. Even if your college, university does not have an expert faculty member, they can actually go through Swayam courses and also creditize them. There is Swayam Prabha DTH channel from where you can do. There is a new Swayam Plus portal created where employable skill set related courses, micro credentials are provided by the industry people. What kind of manpower they want, they are creating courses and putting them on Swayam Plus. So universities can adopt so that students will become not only employable, get higher salaries. Some of them may get ideas to create their own entrepreneurial journey. There is eShodh Sindhu, whether it is research publications, support giving to all the institutions, or journals from across the globe, which are going to be bought by them, provided to all the government institutions. Slowly, private institutions may also be allowed, but with a fee. That kind of idea is also being mooted. There is National Digital Library. All resources are available online in the form of digital manner. We have created a unique ID called APAR, Automated Permanent Academic Account Registry, linked with Academic Bank of Credits. Every learning of the student, whether curriculum or beyond curriculum, employable or those which are some of them hobbies, maybe automotive car competition, maybe circuit design competition, maybe robotic competition, or it could be even astronomy competition. It could be variety of music, dance, drama competitions. Everything that a student learns during the journey of university can be creditized, and those number of credits can be posted on the academic bank of credits. If the university wants to use them as part of the curriculum, fine. If they don't, still this is useful for creating a robust, dynamic CV of the candidate, which the candidate can show for admissions, can show it for what we call employability, can also use it for getting loan from the bank. I know all of this. I can easily handle this loan and create a startup. And students to get practical exposure. We have an internship scheme. A beautiful AICT's internship portal is available where students can go and keep their interests checking, put their dynamic ABC data so that the persons or industry who want to take you as interns, they will be able to see it and do it. There is a Skill India Digital Hub for skilling. PM Usha and Vidya Lakshmi are the portals where scholarship schemes are posted. We want our institutions to be competitive in terms of mainly research. And therefore, there are few things which government started 10 years ago, what is known as National Institutional Ranking Framework. And there were five major parameters. One of them is teaching learning resources with 30% weightage. Sub-matrix parameters are student strength, including doctoral students, faculty student ratio, faculty qualification and experience, financial resources and its utilization, online education and SWAYAM. How effectively are you creating SWAYAM courses? Multiple entry exit, Indian knowledge system, regional language support, sustainable practices. This has also been given some weight. Then comes the research and what we call professional practice, combined metric for publication. This is total number of publications. Also citations. Then combined metric for quality of publication. You may have citations, but if they are in poor journals, what is the use of that? So top quartile journal publication and top quartile, what we call your paper getting recognized, referred by others. What is called as citations in good journals. IPR creation, both in terms of trademark, patents, and making use of it for commercialization. Footprint in terms of the consultancy projects, industry projects, and professional practices. The third parameter is graduate outcomes. How many students graduated from the university examination, metric for what we call PhD students, how many are graduating, how many are getting employed. Variety of parameters of this nature, part of the graduation outcome, which is also used in accreditation and ranking. Outreach, inclusivity, and internationalization. This is also very important. All top universities of the world are diverse. There are students coming from hundreds of countries, but still speaking only maybe five, six languages. In India, in a typical good central university or IIT, we have students from all 22 languages of India. Therefore, diversity is in terms of within the country, how many states, how many languages. Women diversity, how many women candidates are coming into the education institute. Ideally, we want 50% boys, 50% girls. Leadership, how many faculty or HODs are there from women in the institution? Economically and socially challenged students, we call SC, ST, OBC, or who are economically backward, less salaries from their parents. How many of them are there? And also, how many are Divyangajan, which we earlier used to call physically challenged? How many such students are there in the institute? Also gets weightage. Last but not the least, perception. How society is perceiving your institute. Maybe industry, maybe your alumni. They rate you on a scale of 1 to 10, and how good are you is reflected in terms of a perception score. Other initiatives include 10 institutions of excellence with funding of 1,000 crore each for 5 years for public or government universities, and recognition for private universities. They don't get fund, but they are recognized as institutions of eminence. For example, we have BITS Pilani, we have in the same way the Manipal Institute. Like this, there are private institutions also. Then government is trying to support AI, artificial intelligence in our country. Some other countries are leading, but we want to catch up. AI has applications, as I said in the beginning, in variety of areas. So 3 centers of excellence are already established. One in agriculture at IIT Ropar in Punjab. AI in healthcare jointly by IIT Delhi and All India Institute of Medical Sciences Delhi. Sustainable smart cities. Number of cities are growing, so we need to be sustainable. So we have IIT Kanpur leading that. But all these 3 centers, they are heavily funded, but not entire money for them. In the DST's Anusandhan National Research Foundation, I mentioned the word hub and spoke. Every center that India now is going to create and then give funding has to be multilateral. Only one institute cannot enjoy the benefits. The benefits of buying equipment, support system of library, research facilities have to be given to the spokes. So every institute, whenever there is a center of excellence invitation of proposals, there will be one hub, but there will be 7, 8, 10 spokes. So all the universities who are today attending, they should aspire to become a spoke. Maybe someday you should become hub also. I am very happy that ANRF selection happened, in which Central University of Hyderabad is also one of the hubs. It is not necessary that all the time IITs, IISc will get it. If you do well, you can also compete and get an institution of centers of excellence in your college university. But that requires a lot of strength in the institute in terms of faculty, resources, commitment. If that is not there, at least start as a spoke and gradually raise the ladder and get into what we call as actual hub. Then Center of Excellence in Education, AI, where we will have all variety of new technologies, augmented reality, virtual reality, personalized learning by the students. We have animation, visual effects, gamification. All of this can be done under this Center of Excellence. Invitation of proposals have happened. Proposals are coming in. Some institute will get an opportunity to become the hub. Some other institutions can get an opportunity to become the spokes. Then I had already told about what we had missed in the 80s. We don't have chip design manufacturing. So semiconductor mission, under which already 3 companies are starting their operation. In maybe a year or two, we will have our own indigenous chip, which is designed in India, manufactured in India, but may not be of very high end in the beginning, because we have to learn various things. But maybe in 10 years' time, we will compete with Taiwan, US, and many other countries. Quantum mission is also on way. So for institutions, based on what I have said, what all they require to do, each institution should have a bottoms up approach to create the vision for the institute. That means it is not dean and director and vice chancellor to create a vision statement, but involve even class 4 employees, clerical staff, scientific staff, your faculty, lecturers, HODs, deans, also your students, your alumni. Once you do that and everyone owns it, then everyone will start working on that. So that vision should have the policy document. How do we go ahead? Institutional development plan. Then every year we have to take stock of where did we reach, what was our target, where did we fall short, where did we do well, and then do course correction. Every institution should have this. Faculty development training. You do it yourself in your institute, well and good. Otherwise, wherever you come to know of faculty development program happening, principals and management should be liberal enough to allow them 7, 8 days leave to go physically and attend, or even if it is online, they should be given waiver of attendance in your normal routine activities and allowed to take that training. 1 week training per 1 year is a must for every faculty to know the latest things that are happening in every domain. Then only those faculty can go to the classroom confidently and tell the students what new things are happening. Otherwise, students are sometimes ahead of the teachers because ChatGPT, OpenAI, and Google will tell them in advance. There are courses available on the YouTube. So teachers should work harder than the student in order to be abreast with the latest. Only then they can deliver very good results in the college and university. Research methodology course, very important. Identify right problems, challenges that the whole world is facing. If you solve, your paper will get published faster. Funding support, there is plenty of support from the government. Private institutions should also create their own funds for that. They can approach the industry for the CSR support. If you solve their problem, they will come forward. If you ask them 10 problems that the industry is facing, and if you solve even 2 or 3 of them, they will be excited about capability of your institution and they will come to you to give funding. No to plagiarism. And this is an unfortunate part. Many senior faculty are caught plagiarizing, taking the work of someone else done 80 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, put it in their own way, and then say that your original research is being published. Sometimes it gets published, but then 1 or 2 years down the line, when journals come to know that this was already published long, long ago, they retract the papers. So please don't get into rat race just for publishing sake, and in the process get caught, because there is no shortcut to hard work and research and excellence. Excellence, hard work, they go hand in hand. If you try to copy and then do it, you will be caught. Maybe 1 or 2 years you may be dormant, you will not be able to caught, but once caught, it is an insult to a senior faculty that his or her papers were found to be retracted. And interestingly, this year, I have not shown in the National Institutional Ranking Framework weightage, there is a negative weightage. The universities whose papers are retracted more will be penalized more. They will get minus marks from now onwards. So publish in top quartile journals, collaborate. You're all competing with each other, I know. But while doing competition, wherever there are opportunities, do collaborate. Through collaboration, both will succeed. In mere competition, you want to show someone down, you will also go down because the other person is also pulling you down. So while competition is fine, you must create a spirit of camaraderie, spirit of collaboration. Talk to faculty of each other's institutions. Let us publish joint papers that will add more value to your paper. Recognition of talent and support, maybe additional monthly, some what we call top up salary, or it could be award, annual award, some lump sum cash annually. Many things are possible to recognize talents and then support them. Then they will start doing even better than what they are doing today. Further, few things which all universities have to do, or colleges which are autonomous have to do, is to enjoy that autonomy. Make use of it. The curriculum across the country need not be the same. Make use of your choice, flexibility. Allow that flexibility to your students and faculty. In the faculty induction program, when new faculty join, they have to be given maybe a training of 1 week to know the philosophy, the practices in the institute, the culture of the institute, the value system of the institute. If you do that, the faculty who has joined recently will own your institute. He feels one with you. And that is not happening in most of the cases. So they just tell some rules and give a document. That doesn't enthuse. You must have conduct a session for maybe 1 week about policy about recruitment, policy about student intake, policy about supporting the students in terms of scholarship, policy about research, policy about supporting research culture. All of that can be provided in terms of faculty induction. Similarly, student induction. Why only faculty? Students also should gel with the institute. They might have aspired to join an IIT, maybe IIT Hyderabad or IIT Madras, but that student did not get admission, so he had to join JNTU, or he may have to join a affiliated college of JNTU. So many times the chips are down when the student join. You have to motivate, inspire that even from a small pace, you can do wonders. You can do better than IIT. And this can be done through the two aspects. One is universal human values, to create empathetic, good citizens in our country who are not only running after money for money's sake, but they will be able to contribute back to the society with what we call kind heart, empathy. And then secondly, the institutional values, thereby they will also participate in the programs, research, all activities of the institute, even going to the nearby villages and providing them some kind of intellectual input. Thereby, some of those students will come to your university in the subsequent years because your institute is found to be good by the students in the neighborhood, in the small schools. Our examination assessment must be outcome based, not just rote learning type of questions. You must all strive hard for industry institute, not what we call Industry Institute interaction. Interaction means once in a while. Partnership means regular meetings with each other. When you meet regularly, you know their challenges. You can solve some of them. They will fund you. It's a very good positive cycle of consolidation. Then there is innovation and entrepreneurship cell, which every institute should establish so that job creation is important than job seeking. My experience with Smart India Hackathon, most of the prize winners are from type 2, type 3. They have fire in the belly. IIT fellows think that they will anyway get a job, so they're cool. Our students put in hard work from tier 2, tier 3 cities, make use of it. But at the same time, give them such problems where their problem solving ability improves, their critical thinking ability improves, they will be able to do analytics very clearly. Although there are analytical tools, individual analytics is important because sometimes the solution given may not be implementable where human angle is involved. Therefore, we should have analytical approach developed among students, rationality developed. Net zero carbon, we have committed to the whole world that we will become Atmanirbhar in terms of energy. None of our energy sources will be pollutants. Today we use a lot of coal, a lot of oil, which are all pollutants. So net zero means campus should have no car, scooter being driven except maybe some electric cars for people who have disabilities. Otherwise, other students should either walk or they must bicycle. Then sustainability in terms of water recycling, use of energy resources like solar, wind, etc. Then circular economy, no wastage, all paper, everything is collected, converted into manure, give it to the local people. So I think there are huge number of opportunities in every institution to make a sustainable green campus. And this year, as I said, we are starting sustainability rankings as independent rankings. Then we have augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, AI, ML, large language models. Make use of all of this in your learning. And learning in any language by a student should be the choice of the student, no force. Multimodal education delivery through videos, through actions, through activities, through internships. And finally, participate in accreditation and ranking. If you do all of that, I'm sure research and innovation will progress. There will be a lot of original research, both basic and applied. And somewhere here and there, wherever we face difficulties, we can create innovation, innovative products, which will solve the drudgery or difficulties which our common man is facing in terms of administration, governance, transportation, agriculture, healthcare, anywhere. I think that innovation is important. And I'm again repeating no to plagiarism. I think this is one mantra which we should follow all the time. We being from a nation which is considered to be the Vishwa Guru, we should not be copying. If others are doing, let us catch them also. But we should not be caught while doing plagiarism. Global international journal peer review, we can do that ourselves, and also our journals will have to be of that same level. Research methodology course, I had already said. ANRF, I had said. Innovation rankings, we have improved, I said. Participation and awareness and engagement is important. So we have to all strive hard. So if we have to do all of that, our vision of Viksit Bharat as a nation, then as a state, as a institution, even our families should have, as far as education is concerned, it should be accessible, equitable, quality, accountable, affordable education for all. Good governance, any complaint comes, we must be able to address. Good governance means if there is a body like Board of Management, Board of Governors, Academic Council, and if there is a rule that they should meet 4 times in a year, 5 times in a year, you have to meet. If you meet more number of times, no one is questioning, but less number of times means there is no discussion happening. We want a lot of discussions and debates in the classrooms and various committees, and the churning action will bring Amrut, and that Amrut should be made use of for furthering the excellence in that educational institution. Net zero sustainable development goals and making them as part of the coursework, research work, practices in the institute, water recycling, or waste recycling, reducing the waste, using the waste for useful purposes. All of that is part of the sustainability. Gross enrollment ratio, if the nation wants 50%, each institute should contribute by adding new number of courses, large number of new students. We have to also dream of largest economy. Just 10 years ago, we were 11th largest, then became 10th, then became slowly ninth, 8th, 7th, 5th. Recently, we became 4th. In another year or two, we will become third. But by 2047, our Viksit Bharat means the largest economy of the world should be India, because it was one time more than 3,000, 4,000 years ago, till about 2,000 years ago, we were the highest GDP of the whole world. Why can't we replicate it? That is the challenge we should accept and do it. But while becoming advanced country, developed country, what is to be borne in mind is our principle, philosophy, which Deen Dayal Upadhyay ji had said very beautifully, is Antyodaya, the last man. When we talk about access equity, the person in the remote rural village or in some small town or in tribal area, they should also get all facilities that a person in a metro city like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi is getting. That means food for all, housing for all, good drinking water for all, electricity for all, jobs for all, internet for all, education and skills for all. And that is the true developed India. So developing this kind of thing will make the country peaceful, harmonious with themselves, with the family, with the surroundings, nature, and also entire globe. India should become the masterpiece, the global leader for getting peace and harmony in the whole world. All the wars that are happening should dissolve because of our two fundamental, what we call sayings in our ancient literature. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. We always say everyone be happy. We don't say I have to be happy. My family has to be happy. My nation has to be all happy. My all citizens have to be happy. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That means we are a one family. The whole world is one family. This was the tagline even in G20 summit when we were holding it. So Viksit Bharat is gearing up. All opportunities are there for our graduating students to do research, faculty to do research, develop systems which are going to be having impact on our society, and our impact world will see, so that the world becomes a better place to live in. Thank you. Namaskar.